why is the bass so important in harmony? We can explain this, we can clarify this by introducing the overtones theory. So according to the overtones theory, if we produce a note, a generic sound, such as, for example, this C note, we don't produce only the single note that we played, this C note, but at the same time there are many other sounds which are produced together with this note. And these sounds which are produced together with this note are called overtones, or they are also called harmonics. So let's take now we're going to look at the different overtones produced by, for example, this note. So if I play this C note, I will have many other overtones. The first overtone is the same note. The second overtone is the octave higher note. The third overtone is a fifth higher note from this note. Then this is the fourth overtone, the fifth overtone, the sixth overtone, the seventh overtone, eighth overtone, ninth overtone, 10th overtone, 11th overtone, and then this, so G, A flat, B flat, and so on and so on. So mainly I perceive these sounds, so mainly I perceive these sounds, but I have all these other sounds which are produced together with this sound. So this is something very important. All these sounds, all these overtones enrich the first note, the first sound, which is called root. This is the root note. So my ear doesn't perceive only this C, but all these other sounds. Okay, and as a consequence of this aspect, so having many overtones, we can explain why the bass is so important in harmony and why it is called the generating sound of harmony. So, for example, why can't we call this note, so this higher note, the generating sound of harmony? So, and we have to say that a low note, so a bass, is a generating sound of harmony. So let's take this note. Even in this case, of course, I will have many overtones. So if I produce this note, I will not have only this pure note. This note is not pure, but I will have the other overtones together. So C, C, G, C, E, G, but I'm going to a very high range. And in this range of frequencies, I have, in this range, which is very high, I have many frequencies which are not perceived by the human ear. Vice versa, if I take this note, all the main overtones occur in the medium range of frequencies, which is the best perceived range of frequencies. This is the best range which is perceived by the human ear. But there is also another very important aspect about harmony and overtones. If I take this chord, this is, for example, a C major chord. Chords are usually played in the medium range of frequencies. So if I play this chord at the same time I play a low note, so for example this C note, I will have these chord notes which will be mixed with all the overtones produced by the root note, by the bass. So in this case, I have a mixing between overtones because, I repeat it, they occur in the medium range, so the one in which I play the chord notes. And I will have a mix between chord notes and overtones generated by the bass. So depending on the note that I play on the bass, I will have different overtones mixed with the chord notes. So the bass generates different overtones which are mixed with the chord notes played in the middle range. But depending on the bass, I will have different musical results, even using the same chord, of course, because if I use this note, I will have some overtones, of course. But if I use an E note, I will have different overtones, of course, and they will be mixed. I will have different overtones mixed with the same chord notes. So the bass is essential. The note that I play in the bass is essential because I can have different overtones mixed with the chord notes.